Recently on the channel, we've seen some of the best QBs in college football history, with both Johnny Manziel Jr. and Marcus Mariota Jr. leading their respective squads to an undefeated season and national championship behind some of the most impressive Heisman seasons of all time. Started to look too easy for them, so for this video, I put them in the same road to glory, so there can only be one winner. Coming into the season as two of the top 5 teams in the nation, the question is, will these boys be able to replicate their sophomore success and eventually face each other in the national championship? Down below, who you think will have the better season? Without further introduction, it's time for QB1 GOAT Edition. The schedule makers are already started this season off hot. We're gonna have Ohio State versus Alabama week 1 here in Vegas, so let's go ahead and get underway. Mariota's going to be dropping back his first play of his final season in college. He's going to get around the left side and pick up a block from Eugene Wilson to go ahead and move the chains, where Eugene's going to go ahead and catch that drag route to get them another first down, where they'd be faced with a 3rd and 20, and Mariota's going to break a sack and then find his receiver open down the field to go ahead and keep the drive alive as Eugene Wilson comes up with 2 big back-to-back catches. But unfortunately, the drive's going to stall out after Mariota's sacked here, so they're going to have to take 3. Thankfully, their defense is able to get a stop, so let's see if they can take this lead right here as he's able to find his new tight end Thurman. Already put them back in Alabama territory, but unfortunately the momentum's going to stop here. Marcus is going to get hit as he throws, and Campbell's going to intercept it and take it all the way back to the crib for an unfortunate swing, putting Ohio State down 14-3 in this week 1 matchup. 3 minutes left to go before the second quarter. Marcus desperately needs some points here. He doesn't want to go down big against the Tide. He's going to go ahead and get a big play right here to Cardinal Tate open on the crossing route to get them around the 30-yard line, where he's going to drop back on him 4th and 3. They're actually going to elect to go for it, and he's going to find his man Jeremiah Smith for his first catch of this new season, finding Thurman again on the drag to go ahead and get them their first touchdown of this game and only put them down 1 score, where they get the ball to start the second half. They're going to start off with the 3rd and 10, and Marcus is able to get this clutch first down to keep the drive alive, where he's going to find Jeremiah Smith as he's finally going to start to wake up. This is only his 2nd catch so far, and then he's going to go ahead and make it a 3rd, but this time it's going to be a touchdown. They're going to go for it on 4th and 10 to only make it a 1-score game, and their defense is going to get them a stop, and now Smith is alive. He's going to go ahead and get another big catch right here to put them well within scoring range, and then Thurman's going to fall forward for 1st and goal, where Mariota is going to go ahead and take it himself, diving into the end zone for the touchdown to take the lead late here in this game. And with this 2-point conversion, they can go up 2 scores, but they're actually going to intercept it. Devontae Smith's going to be taking this down the sideline, and if he scores, they're actually going to take the lead back. Mariota's going to try to chase him down, but Smith is going to break the tackle and take it all the way into the end zone to put Alabama up 1. Thankfully, Ohio State gets a stop, so now with only 3 minutes left, they're down 1 point, and they need to go ahead and take this lead. He's going to find his receiver and then find some space in the open field to go ahead and juke out a defender and put Ohio State at the 15-yard line, where they're going to go ahead and hand it to Peoples. He's going to make a nice move right here to set them up at the 1-yard line, where they're going to feed him again, and he's going to get that touchdown to go ahead and take the lead back. But Alabama is going to score, so with only 24 seconds left, Ohio State is down, but guess who? Jeremiah Smith, doing what he did all last season, coming up in the clutch when Marcus needs him the most, trying his man to get the touchdown to seal the game against Alabama to go ahead and start the season off with a bang at 1-0, where Johnny's first game is going to be against Wake Forest to actually come into the season ranked, but they're going to go ahead and take the top off right away. London Humphreys is going to have to step up as Georgia's deep threat in replace of Isaiah Bond, and he's starting off right, getting this touchdown right here, but Johnny's actually going to get hit as he throws, and it's going to be a fumble, and Wake Forest is going to get this ball in great territory to go ahead and tie this game up at 7 apiece. Johnny and Georgia's looking to take the lead back right here, and he's going to try to force it to Oscar Delp late, and Wake Forest is going to get a 2nd turnover, but the Bulldogs are able to get a stop, but then they're going to get stalled right here on this 3rd and 1. They try to give it to Johnny, and Wake Forest isn't having it, and they're going to take their first lead, but Johnny's going to go ahead and tie it right back up. Their offense was stalling, but they've had 2 big plays to give them 14 points, and their defense is going to get them a touchdown. So as we come here in the 3rd quarter, they're actually up 7 points, and now they're at the 1-yard line, where Johnny's going to drop back 2 plays later and find Anthony Evans in the end zone to extend the lead even further. Up 14 points here, trying to go ahead and put this game away, as Evans is going to go ahead and get a nice catch right here. Johnny's rolling to his right on his 3rd down. He's going to try to chuck it down the field to find Donahue, but he's going to miss him, forcing Georgia to take 3, and Wake Forest is finally going to get another 7. So Georgia's up 10 points right here, just trying to put the game away, as Johnny's going to get not 1 but 2 first downs with his legs, as he's going to celebrate, but then he's going to fumble, feeling himself a little too much in this week 1 matchup, but Wake Forest just couldn't get any going. Both of our QBs are going to start their final season 1-0, as Ohio State is going to continue their gauntlet. First they had Bama, and now they have number 1 ranked Ole Miss. Arguably might have the toughest strength of schedule, as Jeremiah Smith's going to go ahead and get this first down to start this game off, and then they're going to go deep. Eugene Wilson is going to fry his man on the fade route to go ahead and start this game off for the Buckeyes, and their defense is going to get a stop, so they're going to go ahead and try to take a 2-score lead here. He's going to find Tate on the corner route, and he's going to drop back again, throwing up an absolute bomb to Eugene Wilson. He's going to get hit as he throws, and it's actually going to be an interception. Eugene got open deep, but Mariota couldn't get the throw down there after the hit. 4th and 1 on the next drive, and they're actually going to elect to go for it, and Marcus is going to bounce to the outside, and he's going to be down the sideline. They only need 1 yard. He's going to get a lot more, as he's going to have 1 man to beat, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone, reminding us that his dual threat skills haven't went anywhere to start this season. And a few plays later, he's going to try to throw up a bomb. Cardinal Tate is going to make an amazing grab over the defender to further extend the lead for the Buckeyes, as this offense looked even more elite than it did last year. Let's see if they can keep it going, as they're going to find Jeremiah Smith right here for a deep bomb, and then he's going to find his tight end on the run for another touchdown. Offense moving like butter. They're just scoring with ease and up 21 points on the number 1 ranked team in the nation. Jeremiah Smith is going to make this defender look stupid to already get them back inside the red zone, and he's going to beat his man again, absolutely frying this defense, as the Rebels just have no answers for this Ohio State offense, as Mariota is going to go ahead and scramble and dive to the 1-yard line, where he's going to go ahead and take it in himself the very next play to go ahead and get the final touchdown to run away with this game against the #1 team in the nation behind his 5 touchdowns, where the schedule makers were not too light on both of these teams, as now Georgia's going to have 9th ranked Florida State. Let's see if Johnny can go ahead and go 2-0, and he's going to start off with a bang. 3rd and 22, he's going to find Oscar Delp beating his man on the wheel route to go ahead and keep their drive alive, where a few plays later, he's going to roll to his left, trying to find something, and he's not going to be able to get anything, forcing the Dogs to take 3, but then their defense is going to get an amazing stop, so Johnny's going to go ahead and take it in himself, smacking that shmoney dance for the first time this season, as he's finally starting to find his rhythm here early on, and the defense is still looking elite, getting another stop, and they're going to go ahead and build on that momentum, finding Anthony Evans wide open. He's going to go ahead and dive to the end zone and start smacking his own shmoney, starting to get their swagger back, as they're up 17-0 against the 9th ranked team in the nation, and Anthony Evans is going to continue to make big plays for this team. Johnny's going to use his legs to juke out 2 defenders and turn the 2nd and 17 to a 3rd and manageable, where he's going to find the freshman Donahue to go ahead and pick up this big first down, and he's going to find Donahue again, frying his man for back-to-back plays to set them up with the 1st and goal, where they go with the QB draw. Nothing is doing, so Johnny's actually going to reverse his field. He's going to turn a possible 10-yard loss to putting them at the 1-yard line, where they're going to reward him and feed him again. He's going to get into the end zone, operating near flawless here in this game, as we're going to jump to the 4th quarter, and they're up 24-6, just trying to get this last touchdown. Etienne is going to pick up a nice gain, and they're going to go ahead and feed him again to give their offense a 30-point performance, as they absolutely cooked Florida State. And we're going to go ahead and skip toward the end of this Colorado game, where they're up big as well. They're going to go with the speed option, and Johnny's starting to feel himself, hitting all of his money Manziel animations for that first down, absolutely toying with Colorado. He's going to do it again for the final first down. He's going to take the final knee to go ahead and skip that filler game and head right back to the gauntlet, where now Ohio State has LSU, Bama to Ole Miss to LSU, and they're going to start this game off on the wrong foot this time. Marcus is going to throw an interception, and the Tigers are going to capitalize, so they're already down 7-0 in this matchup. They're going to have to fight from behind here, as they had no points the whole first quarter. One of the slowest starts this season, but they're going to go ahead and turn that around. Mariota Smith is going to fry his man to go ahead and give them that big play that he always seems to deliver, and the Buckeyes are going to elect to go for it on this 4th and 1, and they're going to try to give it to Mariota, but the Tigers aren't going for it, and the offense is flushed. They're going to get a delay of game, down 7 points. With only 27 seconds left, they desperately need some points, but Mariota's going to go ahead and get sacked. Down 7 with yards hard to come by all game. The Tigers are making it really rough for Ohio State, but they're going to go ahead and get another big play to Jeremiah Smith. He's going to beat his man again and take it all the way into the end zone to tie up the game at 14 with only 14 seconds left in the half, where they're also going to receive the kickoff, so now they can go ahead and take this lead. Honestly, the offense has not been moving that well, but Jeremiah Smith has came in the clutch 2 times. Marcus is able to get a first down with his legs, where he's going to drop back on a 2nd and 10 to find his receiver wide open over the middle of the field. Then he's going to try to escape the pocket, bailing out left and running into the end zone to go ahead and take their first lead of this game, and their defense is going to come in clutch, getting them another stop. So if they can go ahead and go up by 2 possessions, this might be the game here in the 4th quarter. Marcus is going to roll to his right and juke back to the inside to pick up a gain at 8, but the Tigers are going to come back with the sack. So on 3rd and 10, they desperately need this first down, and Marcus is going to throw a check down, forcing them to take 3, but that's going to be the 10 points they need to go ahead and end that game. We're going to head back over to Georgia, and they're actually down 6 points to start this game against 2-1 Texas, coming into this game unranked, but still a very good football team. Georgia's going to go ahead and need to put some solid drives together to come back, as Johnny's going to go ahead and scramble for a nice first down with his legs, but he's going to get sacked, making it a 3rd and 18, and he's not going to be able to find Anthony Evans, forcing them to take 3, but their defense is going to give them another chance to tie this game up before the half. He's able to find Oscar Delp for a huge gain, and he's going to go ahead and break around the right side, able to outrun Moore and tiptoe down the sideline to go ahead and pick up some extra yards and give them a 1st and goal, as they search for the first 7, and they're going to get it right here, as Oscar Delp is going to beat his man on the to give them 10 points, and with 17 seconds left, they're going to go ahead and try to get some more right before the half. John's going to pick up another first down with his legs and get out of bounds to secure them 3, where we jump to the 3rd quarter, and they only have a 4-point lead, but Anthony Evans is going to go ahead and get a big play off of the receiver screen. He's able to flip the field in one play, and then they're going to go with the read option, and Johnny's able to get around the outside and pick up some nice blocks from his receivers to make it a 3rd and short. They try to go with the QB draw, but it's actually going to get stuffed, forcing them to take another 3, as Georgia's high-powered offense only has 1 touchdown to start this 4th quarter. Thankfully, their defense is still one of the best in the nation, keeping them in the lead, even though the offense is playing lackluster. Johnny's going to make a beautiful throw right here to the freshman Donahue, and he's going to turn on the Jets to go ahead and pick up some good rack and get them another first down. We're just going to find his running back Robinson out of the backfield. He's going to plow right through a defender, where they're going to go with the read option, and Johnny's going to get to the left. He's going to go ahead and outrun the Longhorns to get into the end zone to give them the touchdown they needed to go ahead and win this game. And he's going to smack the shmoney as we fade to black. Headed back to Ohio State, where the gauntlet continues. Alabama, Ole Miss, LSU, and now number 2 ranked Penn State. 4 top 10 ranked games in a row to start this season, and they're going to start this one off bad. Already down 7-0, and Mark's going to go ahead and throw a pick. Ball's going to get away from him in the rain, and Penn State's going to get another 3 to go ahead and go up 10-0, as it's already the 2nd quarter, and this offense has been struggling big in this first half. First, one of the best defenses in the nation in this Big Ten rivalry matchup. Mariota's going to drop back and try to find Thurman, but they're going to get another interception. Penn State has just been locking this offense up all first half long, but Jeremiah Smith's finally going to come to save the day. He's going to fry his man to go ahead and get a big gain of yards to give them a 1st and goal, where Marcus is going to find Cardinal Tate on the drag to go ahead and only put them down 3, but Penn State is going to score again, and then they're going to get another interception right before half. Ohio State was just trying to get some points, so this interception isn't really too important, but they're headed into the half down 10 and on the wrong wrong side of the momentum, and toward the end of the third quarter, Marcus is going to throw yet another interception. Down 20-7 with only 40 seconds left. Ohio State needs to go ahead and find some offense fast, or they'll take their first loss of this season. They go for it on this 4th and 1, and Marcus is able to barrel forward for the first down as they try to keep this drive going. He's able to find Thurman wide open over the middle of the field in the busted coverage, and Ohio State's defense is going to go ahead and get them another stop. So with only 2 minutes left, Marcus Mariota Jr., what are you made of? Down 6 points, he's able to convert on this 4th and 2 to go ahead and keep their hopes of winning alive, where he's going to find Jeremiah Smith on the other side of the 2-minute warning, and he's able to beat his man on the slant, and then follow it up by throwing a perfect ball to his tight end Thurman. He's been coming up big all game long with over 100 yards, and Mariota's going to go ahead and take it in himself, getting the touchdown they need to win this game, pending the extra point, as he points to the ice in his veins. As they escaped the Ohio State-Penn State rivalry, they were down all game long, but they were able to fight from behind to get victory. Headed back to Georgia, where I can't lie, this might be the nastiest schedule lineup I've ever seen. Both of these QBs have been playing some of the best teams in the nation early on in this season, as now Johnny has to go ahead and battle against Ole Miss. He's going to go ahead and pick up a first down with his legs right here, and then find Oscar Delp to set them up at the one, where he's going to Superman dive over the pile to give them the lead, but Ole Miss is going to match, and he's going to throw an interception. He tries to get it to Evans, but Ole Miss is going to jump the post route perfectly, as toward the end of the second quarter, this is a very defensive matchup, only 7-7 nearing the 2-minute warning, as Georgia's trying to go ahead and take another lead headed into the half. Johnny's going to go ahead and scramble and dive for the first down. He's going to get flipped in midair, but he's able to hold on to the ball, and he's going to find London wide open field to put them at the 1-yard line, where he's going to get his second rushing touchdown of this game, where they're going to go for it early on in this third quarter on a 4th and 2, and Trevor Etienne's not going to block a damn soul, letting Johnny get absolutely blasted, and they go ahead and get some points to take the lead, but Johnny's going to go ahead and get it right back. London Humphreys is doing a great job of making up for the missing Isaiah Bond, getting another big touchdown right here to give Georgia the lead right back, but they're going to get sacked on this third down to force them to punt, but thankfully their defense has come up clutch. 2 big stops in a row, and Ole Miss only has 1 timeout as they get this first down right here to Anthony Evans to go ahead and secure this game, as Johnny's going to take this final knee, and Georgia stays alive to remain undefeated on the season, where they finally have a break in their schedule against Kentucky, and you see they're going to take full advantage of it. Up 35-7 here in the first half, and they're going to end up winning this game 49-7, where we cut back to Ohio State, and they're going to win that damn turtle again, absolutely blasting Illinois, as they're finally getting a break in their schedule, facing some of the best teams in the nation. But now as Georgia rolls over Auburn, and then Ohio State is going to beat UCLA, they finally get a chance to play some regular teams instead of the best in the nation. But to be fair, they're the 2 best players and the 2 best teams halfway through this season, and they've been showing it as they've met every challenge they've faced thus far. And let's see if they can keep it going, as we're going to jump to this third quarter, and it's actually a 17-17 hell game against Tennessee. Johnny's going to try to find London in the end zone, but he's not able to hold on to the ball, so they're forced to take 3, and then Tennessee is going to get a touchdown, so they're down 4 points here in this fourth quarter, fighting with everything they have not to take their first loss of the season, as Johnny's going to go ahead and use his legs to get to the outside and pick up a first down, where he's going to step up in the pocket the next play, go ahead and find Evans to give them another, but then he's going to take a sack. So on the 2nd and 18, he's rolling to his right, and he's unable to connect with his man. 3rd and 18, they need this first down to keep the drive alive, and they're going to do just that, finding Evans when they need him the most to set them up with the 1st and goal. They're going to go with the touch pass, and Humphrey's going to get into the end zone untouched, but Tennessee is actually going to score again, so Georgia's going to be down again, and this time with only a minute left, and the crowd is so damn loud, Johnny can't even make any adjustments. They're going to have to dig really deep if they want to win this game, as Johnny's going to drop back on this 1st and 10, trying to find somebody, and he's actually going to find London Humphreys wide open. He's going to get them all the way into field goal range in just 1 play, but obviously they need 7 to win this one, so they're going to go ahead and go with the read option, and Johnny's going to spin to the inside to pick up a gain of 9, so now they only need 1. They're going to give it to Johnny again, and he's going to lower his shoulder to go ahead and pick up the first down, and he's actually quieting the crowd on the road. This man has some balls. He's going to dive into the end zone and get the game-winning touchdown against the Volunteers, literally calling his shot in the Georgia versus Tennessee rivalry, as Ohio State is running roughshod over the league, putting belt to ass against Rutgers, where now they head to Washington. Last year this game came down to the final play, but this time it's not even going to be close, 41-14, and we're going to head back to Johnny, where he's smacking that money in the swamp again for the 2nd year in a row, going for 48 points against the Gators, and then only allowing 5 points, dropping 40 against Mississippi State. Our 2 prospects are just going absolutely insane, as Ohio State is going to smoke Minnesota, where we finally have another comp game toward the end of this season. Only 2 games left, and so far Alabama's only losses to Marcus, so let's see if Johnny Mans can go ahead and win. He's going to start off with a bang, finding Anthony Evans frying his man on the very first play of this game. Then he's going to go ahead and follow it up by finding Humphreys for another big gain, and then they're going to go with the read option. He's going to juke to the inside, making the defender look absolutely silly to set them up within scoring territory yet again, where this offense is looking elite. He's going to go ahead and get up in that end zone to get the first touchdown in this rivalry game, and you know he's going to have to smack that money against Bama. Up 7 points, so trying to get that 2-score lead back before half, as Bama's finally able to get into the end zone, and he's able to get a first down, where he's then going to find Oscar Delp wide open over the middle of the field to get another big gain, and he's going to use his legs again, just going back and forth. Pick your poison with Johnny, as either he's going to find a receiver wide open, or he's going to run it with his legs, and he's going to throw an absolute dot to Oscar Delp right as I say that. Like I said, throw or pass, he can do no wrong, as they're going to flip it to Donahue on the jet sweep. He's actually going to pick up some good blocks in the alley, and he's going to use his speed to take this one all the way to the house, 97 yards, as he's going to take the jet sweep all the way to the crib, hitting that Marshawn Lick hold my dig dive into the end zone. This Georgia offense is going absolutely crazy in this first half. Already 28 points, and then Oscar Delp is going to get another huge play to put them in the red zone, and then Humphries is going to be wide open to get them that touchdown right before the half. London Humphries in this third quarter is going to absolutely fry the defense and take this one all the way to the crib. I was worried about how Johnny would be without his deep threat Isaiah Bond, but it seems like London has filled that spot perfectly. They're going to get this first down right here on the 3rd and 8 to go ahead and end this game to improve to 11-0 on this season and be a lock for the championship as they beat Alabama. Then Ohio State is going to smack Purdue, and Georgia's going to end the regular season by winning the Georgia versus Georgia Tech rivalry by 30 points. Well, we're going to head to Michigan for the game, but it's not going to be a game. 56 points dropped against the Michigan Wolverines behind Mariota's 8 touchdowns. Fast forward to the end of the Big Ten Championship where not even Oregon can keep up with this squad. Going to go ahead and hit the Heisman pose as it looks like we have a crash course of Mariota versus Manziel headed into the playoffs as Ohio State's going to easily win the Big Ten Championship, sweeping the whole season, where Georgia's going to have to play Bama for the second time for their SEC title. Hopefully we finally have a good game on our hands as we basically skip that whole second half of the season, and Georgia's actually going to start this game down by 7. Manziel's going to go ahead and get a first down on the read option to move the change, but now they're faced with the 3rd and 15 where he's going to try to outrun the defender, but he's going to catch him, and then Bama's going to go ahead and get some more points. Down 2 scores right here as they're starting another game off slow, as if they want to win this championship, they're going to need to pick it up, so they're going to do that right here. Johnny's going to find Oscar Delp in the back of the end zone to get their first touchdown, and then his defense is going to get him a stop, but he's going to get hit as he throws. He tries to go with the deep ball, but Jason Campbell's going to get an interception, and to go with that, he's going to put Bama in great field position for them to go ahead and get some more points as Johnny's struggling early on in this first half, and they're going to be down 10 points once again. He's going to go ahead and use his legs to pick up some big yards right around halftime where they desperately need a score, and he's finally able to get up in that end zone, but Bama's going to get another 3 right before half. Only 10 seconds left, and Johnny's going to get this big run right here to slide past the 50, and then he's going to go deep. He's going to try to find London Humphries, but it's actually going to be intercepted by Damani Jackson, and unfortunately Georgia is going to come into the second half down in this game, facing adversity for the first time it seems since these last 2 teams played. Let's see if Johnny can go ahead and come back and win this game. He's going to pick up a clutch first down on that 3rd and 13, and he's going to drop back on a 2nd and 9 to go ahead and find the freshman Donahue, and he's going to run this one all the way into the end zone to go ahead and give them their first lead of this game, and their defense is going to get a stop, so they're trying to go ahead and go by 2 scores right here as he's able to find Riddell deep to put them deep in Bama territory, and then he's going to try to find London Humphries, but Devonta Smith is actually going to intercept it. Thankfully, Georgia's defense would get the final stop they needed to secure that championship, and even though that game was scary, both of these QBs are going to head into the playoffs undefeated as Mariota is actually going to take the Heisman. Johnny, of course, being a close second as we head into these playoffs, where if all goes well, we'll be seeing both of these boys play in the national championship. Hopefully, this is the last time we see Alabama in this video, as Marcus is going to have to go ahead and play them here in the Rose Bowl after their first round bye. He's going to throw a ball in a tight window to Thurman. He's actually going to make the catch and get up in that end zone, give Ohio State their first score. Alabama's going to fight back, getting a sack right here, forcing the Buckeyes to punt, and then they're going to get their first 7 apiece here, as now Bama is putting up a fight against Ohio State. Let's see if he'll be able to have the same success that Manziel had in that game, as he's going to scramble on this 3rd and 2 to go ahead and get them a first down and a lot more, where he's going to shed this sack and run into the end zone to go ahead and give them the lead back, getting the ball back the next drive in great field position, but he's going to throw it away. He tries to force it into his running back deep, but Sabb is going to go ahead and make a terrific interception on the play. Fortunately, Ohio State's defense has been playing good all game long, but Ohio State is actually going to have to punt right here again, and then Alabama's finally going to tie up this game. So with only 2:30 left, it's 14 apiece, and Ohio State is actually going to be forced to punt again, and Alabama's going to take the lead. So now with only 1:30 left, Marcus is actually down 7 points in this Rose Bowl matchup, as he's going to find Jeremiah for a first down, and he's going to open it up. Jeremiah Smith is going to fry his man to go ahead and get the touchdown they need to tie this game, as he has so many times before throughout Mariota's career, saving his ass once again in this Rose Bowl matchup where they're going to get a stop, and now they only have 10 seconds left. Mariota's actually going to use his legs. He's going to try to get to the outside, which he does. He's able to outrun the defenders and put them in perfect field goal range as he runs out of bounds to go ahead and secure them the game-winning field goal, absolutely clutching up after being down 7 with only a minute left, and they come back to win this game, as it seems like nothing's going to stop them from making the national championship. And we're just going to go ahead and skip this Orange Bowl as Money Manziel absolutely torched the Ducks 52-17 as they carry those damn oranges off the field behind his 6 touchdowns to advance to the college football semifinal, where Mariota is in a hell game with Clemson in the 4th quarter of the Fiesta Bowl. If he can go ahead and pull off this victory, he will be a lock for the national championship, and we'll just be awaiting Johnny Manziel. He's able to throw an absolute dot in the pocket to Cardinal Tate on a clutch 3rd down, or 2 plays later on another. He's going to use his legs to go ahead and get into the end zone, and he's actually going to start smacking that shmoney as he's looking forward to Johnny Manziel next week, and he's going to go ahead and send him a message right there, getting another clutch play, but Clemson's actually going to tie it up. So with 2 minutes left, hopefully Marcus wasn't celebrating prematurely, as he's going to have to go down the field and score again. He's going to go ahead and use his legs to pick up a big first down. He's going to try to throw it up to Cardinal Tate, but he's actually going to get hit as he throws. Thankfully, they're able to recover it, but it's going to force a 3rd and 3, but of course Marcus is going to convert, as nothing's going to stop him from making this national championship. He's going to find Thurman for a gain of over 30 yards, and then Smith here on this drag. That's going to be a 2nd and long, so it's actually going to be 3rd and 13, and they need this first down. He's going to find Cardinal Tate making another clutch catch here down the stretch, and Mariota's going to go ahead and run it in again, getting the touchdown touchdown they needed to go ahead and win the Fiesta Bowl and move on to the national championship. And the wait is over as Georgia absolutely smokes their semifinal opponent. And as y'all boys can tell by the beat, man, it all comes down to this. Both quarterbacks coming into this game with back-to-back undefeated seasons, but of course the national championship, there can only be one winner. Two of the best collegiate quarterbacks of all times are gonna butt heads right here as Georgia's gonna start off with this ball and they give it to ETN for the first down. Let's see who's gonna come out on top as Ohio State's gonna go ahead and get a sack right here, and then they're gonna go ahead and get 2 in a row, forcing Georgia to actually punt their first drive of this game. So now it's Marcus's turn. His first drive, he's actually gonna start on this 3rd and 10, but he's gonna use his legs to go ahead and pick up a first down. He didn't gain about 20 yards as he slides to safety, but he's gonna go ahead and take the top off early, finding Eugene Wilson with the perfect toe tap in the back of the end zone as he shoots the bow into the crowd. That's that pinpoint accuracy, he says, as they take the 7-point lead in this national championship, but Georgia's gonna come right back. ETN's gonna get a huge carry right here, and they're gonna follow it up with the play action where they go with the tight end screen and they're able to get some solid yards to Oscar Delp, where Johnny's actually gonna shed a sack right here trying to find a receiver, and he's just gonna go ahead and use his legs to pick up a first down, and he's gonna roll out to the right, finding Oscar Delp to set them up with the 1st and goal from the 1, where he's gonna run it in himself. You know that he's smacking that money on the grandest stage of them all, tying up the game at 7 apiece, but Mariota's gonna throw an absolute dot to Cardinal Tate. Something tells me this is gonna be a shootout with some of the best collegiate offenses of all time going head to head. Mariota's gonna go ahead and exit out the back door, outrunning the defensive end to the left to go ahead and pick up a big game with his legs yet again, where they go with the bubble screen, and Eugene Wilson is gonna go ahead and fall into the end zone to get his 2nd touchdown of this game. He's gonna go ahead and smack that money himself, calling out Johnny Manziel as they think they're the best offense in this nation, and we're gonna have a dog fight. Johnny's gonna take that personally as he's gonna find London Humphreys right there, and he's gonna scramble out to the right, picking up a block from his receiver and picking up a gain of over 30 yards before he's finally tackled at the 5-yard line. But they go with the QB counter, and Johnny's gonna get his 2nd rushing touchdown of this game, making the Ohio State defense look sweet as they drove down the field with ease to go ahead and tie up this game. But Mariota's making Georgia's defense look even sweeter. He's gonna go ahead and get Eugene Wilson his 3rd touchdown of this first half on a 75-yard one-play bomb. Ohio State just doesn't want to give this lead up, and Georgia's actually gonna go for it on this 4th and 2, where Johnny's gonna go ahead and find Oscar Delp to get that first down as they're desperately trying to tie up this game, and they're gonna do that right here. Both of these benches just going score for score. It's not taking them over 5 plays to get down the field. 20 piece with only 34 seconds left, and Ohio State's actually gonna get stopped for the first time of this game. Johnny's chance to take the lead. He's gonna take full advantage, finding London Humphreys absolutely frying the safety to fall into that end zone right before halftime, giving the Bulldogs lead with only 8 seconds left. But of course, Marcus isn't gonna go down without fighting. He's gonna find Jeremiah Smith, and he's gonna pick up some big yards, and they're gonna get the timeout with 1 second left to secure themselves 3, and they get the ball to start the 2nd half. So they're trying to get their lead right back. Jeremiah Smith's been going absolutely crazy this game, getting another big gain right there, and then Mariota's gonna roll out to the right, able to outrun the defensive end to go ahead and pick up another first down. But they're knocking on the door to take this lead back. He's gonna use his legs once again to give them the 1st and goal, as Eugene's gonna get his 4th touchdown of this game on the slant. Georgia just has no answers for him so far this game, but they're just gonna go ahead and answer it by scoring right back. Anthony Evans is gonna go ahead and take the top off the defense, giving Georgia a 1-play touchdown to take the lead right back. And look at Johnny throwing the dot as he gets hit. You know that Ohio State's gonna come back out swinging though. People's gonna go ahead and make a nice cut to the inside and then pick up some huge yards to already put them back in the red zone, where Mariota's gonna be able to outrun this defender right here, and he's gonna take this one all the way into the end zone, getting another rushing touchdown on this game and hitting Johnny's dance, telling him this means war as he's not gonna back down from this shootout in the national championship game. The defense is finally gonna help too, as they're gonna sack Johnny right here, and he's gonna try to find his receiver the next play, picking up as many yards as he can with his legs to go ahead and actually get the first down. But Hicks is gonna come off hot to go ahead and get another sack, and then on his 3rd and 11, he's gonna get 2 sacks in a row. Ohio State's defense putting their foot down, forcing Georgia to punt, and now Ohio State's trying to take that 2-score lead. Mariota's gonna find Jeremiah Smith wide open on the crosser to go ahead and get another big play, as this offense is just unfair here in the final game of this season. He's able to find Peoples to give them another 1st and goal. We're gonna go ahead and run to the end zone for his 3rd rushing touchdown of this game. 6 combined touchdowns for Marcus Mariota this far, as he's gonna keep smacking that money. Georgia desperately needs some points right here if they're going to stay in this game, and oh my god, not like this. Johnny's gonna get hit as he throws, and Cameron Hicks is gonna go ahead and get that tip pick to put Ohio State right in scoring territory, and their running back is gonna go ahead and power it into the end zone to put them up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter. And then Johnny is gonna fumble the very next play. No, not like this, man. A 3 and out, and then 2 straight turnovers by Johnny Manziel to put Ohio State in scoring territory, and they even tried to challenge it, but it was clearly a fumble. Ohio State has a chance to go ahead and put this game away right here, and Mark's gonna try to find his tight end in the back of the end zone, but he's actually gonna throw an interception, try to get him to come back to the ball, but the tight end wouldn't budge. But thankfully they were able to tackle them out of the end zone, put them at the 1-yard line. So Georgia's gonna need to drive 99 yards down the field just to keep this game alive. Johnny's gonna go ahead and get a first down with his leg, but a few plays later on a 4th and 19, he's gonna get hit as he throws, as Hicks has been cooking that left tackle all 4th quarter long, and Marcus is gonna find Jeremiah Smith right here to set them up with the 1st and goal, as it's starting to look dire. Mark's gonna go ahead and get up in that end zone yet again, as he's been cooking all game long, and he's gonna smack that money, and he's gonna keep playing on Johnny Manziel's head top, hitting his dance again as they go up yet another score in this national championship game. With only 2:30 left, Johnny Manziel is gonna need almost 30 points to even tie up this game. And Donahue's going to go ahead and start off on the right foot, getting a big gain on the crosser, and then Oscar Delp's going to get this touchdown, scoring in 2 plays, but they're going to need a lot more than that. The 2-point conversion is going to help, and oh my goodness, Ohio State is actually going to fumble on offense. The running back is going to drop the ball in their own territory, and Georgia's going to pick it up in the end zone. So just like that, they're right back in this game, down 10 points, and then Oscar Delp is going to get the 2-point conversion, only putting them down 8, and then on this 3rd and 4, Ohio State is going to get stopped trying to chew clock. So Johnny Manziel, you are not dead yet. I asked you for the last time this season, what are you made of? Less than a minute left in this national championship game, and Georgia is down by 8 points, but he's going to get a big play right here, finding the freshman Donahue wide open down the field, and he's going to go ahead and run into the end zone, smacking that shmoney dance as their 2-point conversion away from tying up this game after being down over 21 points with only 2 minutes left. And they're going to go ahead and get the 2 right here to tie up the game at 59 apiece. And oh my goodness, what have I just seen? We are headed to overtime, and if Ohio State loses this game, this may be the biggest fumble of all time. They're going to start the period off with the ball as they're able to get a 1st down, and then Williams-Dixon's going to go ahead and break a tackle and get up in that end zone as he flexes on the crowd to give Ohio State the lead. But then Johnny's going to find Humphries to go ahead and tie the game up with 1 play, 66-66 as we head to the 2nd overtime period. And now Georgia's going to start with it. He's able to find Oscar Delp to put them at the 2-yard line, and he's going to go ahead and break a tackle and get in that end zone himself. Georgia finally has their first lead of this game, but Ohio State is going to stop their 2-point attempt. So if they score and get the 2 right here, the game will be over. Marcus is able to find Peoples out of the backfield as he gets a 1st down on the in route. And he's going to drop back on this 1st and 10 and find Thurman wide open in the back of the end zone. If they get this conversion, they'll win the game, and they're actually going to mess up on the RPO. We're headed to our 3rd overtime period where Georgia's going to get a stop. So now if they score, they win the game, but Ohio State's going to stop them right back. 4th overtime period right here as it's 72 apiece, and Oscar Delp is going to make a big catch right here. Ohio State needs to score, and Mariota doesn't see anybody open, but he's going to bail out to his right side, using his legs to make a play when there was none to tie it up at 74. Headed into overtime number 5, and he's going to use his legs again to take that lead. Georgia's going to need to score right here to stay alive, and Johnny's going to look around and get his he throws, but he's going to be able to make the throw to Humphries. Now they have to go ahead and score first, where they go with the jet sweep, and Donahue's going to go ahead and walk into the end zone untouched. Ohio State's actually going to go with the same play and say, whatever you can do, I can do better. But Peoples isn't going to block his man. Terrorist on the field. Look at that replay as he ran right by him, and Ohio State is going to blow a 28-point lead with only 2 minutes left as Johnny Manziel came back from behind to win the national championship with over 100 in combined points in 6 OT periods, with only 1 game lost between these 2 quarterbacks in the past 2 seasons. You can't help but appreciate great football that we just witnessed, but we know when these boys go to the NFL next season, Mariota's going to be seeking his revenge.